Cancer, what it do? My name is Patrick and this is Porché Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the week of February 23rd through March 1st. Crazy that it is March. Today's reading will be a money, career, and finance reading. Look at that. My two favorite money and finance cards, the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Without further ado, Cancer, sorry about that. Let's get into your reading. Underneath the deck, Queen of Pentacles, okay? So, I feel like there's an opportunity here for you. You're probably very grounded right now. I feel like you're really into the abundance that you've created. The resources that you have at your disposal. You are probably also very nurturing right now. You're able to mentor, that sort of thing. So you may be moving into a place maybe in your career where you're being asked to mentor a little bit more. You're being asked to show how you've gotten to where you've gotten to. And if not, there's somebody around you that is where you want to be, that you should probably reach out to as you move forward on your path. You are showing up as the Four of Pentacles. I love how the Pentacles are just showing up in these money readings. The Four of Pentacles is a card of holding on, okay? So you may be holding on to a job, to your money. You may be saving a lot of money right now. The Four of Pentacles can sometimes, in its most negative aspect, can be a miser, right? So somebody that holds on to their resources in a way that doesn't allow for the free-flowing exchange of money, right? So again, not necessarily a bad thing. I just want to give you a perspective on this card. If you are holding on to like a job or something like that, I feel like that's fine. But also know that if you do want something more, you are wishing or hoping for something more, I do see the hope for like maybe more money or the opportunity to make more money, that you can envision that thing and you can think of that thing without holding on so tightly to what you have. Like, you can let your imagination go and still keep your job, right? Because you're going to be there every day. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. King of Swords is showing up as the situation. So you could have an air sign around you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that is responsible for making a lot of decisions. And it could be a little bit stifling, which is why you're maybe holding on. This could also just be you really stepping into the decision-making role. You may be like a manager or something like that, or you may just hold the keys to a lot of what am I trying to say here? A lot of the knowledge for a job or for an opportunity. In terms of like, you know where things are, you know how things are supposed to go, things run because you're around. I kind of see you being in that energy, or at least the situation has to do with that. There's an opportunity here to get more balance. If you are in that sort of commanding role, when we tend to hold like all of the answers to a situation, and you know, I feel like a lot of people take pride in like, that job wouldn't go on without me, or it couldn't run without me. In general, like most things could, right? It may take an adjustment period. It may take time for people to figure it out. But that job will run without you. People will figure out a way to keep their paycheck. But when I hear people say things like that, I'm also thinking like, how stressful must it be to carry all of that weight, right? And there's an opportunity for you to give to other people in a way that's a little bit more amicable. That's probably not the right word, but there's a way for you to give to people in a way that you can keep your knowledge, your expertise, people will appreciate you more for sharing more, and balancing out those responsibilities so that folks don't, people like to feel independent about their job, their opportunity, what they have going on. They like to know that, yes, they can come to you for answers, but like you're going to teach them how to do things on their own. People tend to want to be independent. And I'm just seeing that there's a need here to give up a bit of control and balance things out a little bit more. The universe is working on these, maybe that's why I said that. There's some secrets here. You may be keeping some secrets. Or maybe you feel like there are other people around you that know things that you don't know. I would say ask. If that's the truth. And if you're finding people that are coming to you and asking a lot of questions and things like that, maybe write some things down, maybe create some guides or some resources for people to go get the answers that they need. Because I feel like there's some things that are hidden here. The universe, that's what the universe is working on. What you don't see is that there is some sort of heartbreak that's brewing underneath the surface. So some sort of loss, some sort of sadness, like a deep sadness, that sadness you can sort of feel in your heart. Yeah, I don't necessarily know what that is. Somebody may be going through some personal things. And again, if somebody comes to you and our first instinct is to think about ourselves, but if somebody comes to you and they're asking you a lot of questions that you don't know how to answer, or if somebody around you is like, they seem to be holding something back, it may be that there's just a deep personal issue that cannot really be discussed at work, or that needs to be discussed in like one-on-one time. So if you're noticing, this could also be you, something coming, but I really like to think about when people approach us in like a negative light or with a lot of questions or whatever the thing may be, like what could be going on underneath the surface in their personal life, that sort of thing. That helps me, even if I think back to all the things that have gone on in my personal life over the course of my career, it really puts me in a better perspective in terms of how to deal with other people. In the near future, I see the strength for you. So there's gonna be an opportunity for you to sort of tame your instincts here, to tame the lion. This is, for some reason, I'm getting the message like this is a perpetual pursuit for you, Cancer, to really be able to balance your emotions here in terms of your work, and to really balance your emotions and your instincts. I'm getting anger for some reason. I don't know why. That card doesn't say anger to me, but if you have been very angry at work, or holding back a lot of anger, I think that's fine, that's right. Just make sure that you're expressing it in proper ways, right? Maybe you keep a journal and you're writing out how you feel so that you can show up in ways where you're not, for some reason I'm getting the sense that messages go out, or it's very sort of quick tongue. The King of Swords can sometimes be like a quick tongue, or sharp tongue. So I'm getting the sense that hold back your tongue, hold back your writing, make sure you think about things before you send them, that sort of message. In the recent past, I see the Two of Wands. So making plans for the future. Maybe those things are coming to fruition now, and maybe that's where the secret is. Maybe you've made some plans about perhaps moving on to a new job, so you're saving a lot of money right now so that you can make moves or take some time off, or whatever the case is. If that is the case, secrets don't necessarily have to be bad or negative. If you're keeping a secret for your own protection, I wouldn't feel guilty about it, is the message that I'm getting. You're showing up in this situation as the King of Wands. So very confident, very go-getter. In the negative sense of the King of Wands, there is this arrogance that can sometimes show up. So be careful about that energy. In the near future, I see you really stepping into a lot of creativity. So there is an opportunity here for you to really nurture your creativity, maybe come up with some new things. Again, in this situation, if this does have to do with like sharing your knowledge, or if you're dealing with somebody that doesn't share their knowledge, you sort of creatively coming to that person and saying like, hey, I really want to help in this situation. You have to think about the way that you frame things with people. Like, I really want to help you get your questions answered. I really want to help you to be able to help me. I feel like there's an opportunity here for in the near future to, with a little bit of balance, with a little bit of like controlling the emotions, controlling the instincts, for some real creativity to come around the way that work is managed. Sorry if you hear that. Can't do much about that. Page of Pentacles is showing up in your hopes and fears, Cancer. So I think I spoke to this earlier, but there's a hope that you're going to get some sort of new offer or message regarding a raise or a new money opportunity. You may be asking friends about opportunities at their specific places of employment. I feel like hope is just a really good thing to have. So again, like I say this in a lot of my readings. If you haven't seen me, you probably go back in time and hear this energy. But like, if something, what is driving hope, right? If fear is driving hope, then you may be manifesting from a place. That's really loud. Sorry, Cancer. I'm gonna wait for that to pass. And it's gone. You may be manifesting from a place of fear, which is not always great. So just think about what you hope for, and really be in the energy of hope, not fear. Outcome is the Five of Wands. This can be friendly competition. I do see some sort of competition here. So again, you may be working with somebody that is very sharp-tongued. You may be in a situation like when you're in those meetings and you just want to get your ideas out and you have to sort of hold yourself back. Again, I would just come from a place of like emotional, I don't know why I want to say emotional sobriety, but like emotional detachment when you go into these situations that have to do with a lot of competition and having to make your point. It is okay for you to have a strong opinion about something, to voice that opinion. And as long as you don't take yourself too seriously or other people too seriously, it's okay to voice your opinion and let it move on. Oftentimes it'll come back, especially if it's the truth or it's right. Okay, Cancer, let's get some advice for you moving forward for this week. Advice for Cancer. Advice for my Cancers moving forward in this week. There is something going on out there. Okay. Five of Cups. Focusing on the negative, things not turning out the way you anticipated, forgiveness of self or others. Everything happens for a reason. Look for the hidden blessings. So yeah, I was wondering why I was getting that sense, Cancer. I do get the sense that like if you pour too much emotion into the work that you're doing, it's bound to be disappointing, right? Work should be, again, a little bit more emotionally detached so that you don't have to focus on the negative. So really think about the hidden blessings in this situation. For some reason, I'm getting the message that like collaboration is going to be tough. And I think that's okay. Just hold back a little bit. Just hold back a little bit. And yeah, the blessing is in the emotional detachment. It's a gift. Okay. That's what I have for you today, Cancer. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.